All right, we're back. The bad guys got away in a very
dramatic fashion.
Dramatic fashion, yes.
So C was here after all.
That he was.
Flying
Who
around.
is he anyway? What's he hiding?
His face.
Shut up!
Even the intelligence division's drawing a blank trying to gather info on him.
At least this time we managed to capture some of them alive.
We just fell over.
Yeah, we were trying to be epic.
We were heroic, and then that guy fell on his sword.
Oh.
What the hell? Is this poison?
What?
This is bad.
Psychopath abound.
Looks like these guys all swallowed neurotoxin capsules. I don't think we're gonna be able to save them. I doubt it'll work, but I'm gonna try to neutralize the poison.
Bam! Well, his face is gone now.
I think might help. Give me a hand here.
Of course.
I got this big shot.
Does that do anything?
Do you think they'll pull through?
No.
Not sure. I'd give them 50-50 maybe.
Even if we can keep them alive, there's no guarantee they'll regain consciousness.
So they're pretty much dead.
Why? Why would they go this far?
Because they're crazy.
These are the kinds of people we're dealing with.
With some quick thinking, hard fighting, and a little luck, we were able to stop a potentially devastating terrorist attack in its tracks.
Good thing I equipped luck.
Yeah.
But with the political climate as it was, this incident, overshadowed by the crisis in Crossbell, was never made public.
What?
Nobody news.
In the days that followed, we still felt shaken. Our eyes newly opened to the dangers facing our homeland, both outside and within.
It's spooky. Hey, it was chapter 5. The end of it.
Holy shit.
So yeah, we're actually a bit closer to the end than I thought.
We're on chapter 6 of 7.
Yeah.
This game ends?
Keep up the good work.
9. Did I do everything? I can't remember.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You guys are the best.
I did do everything.
Holy shit. You got an S.
Oh. Got closer to Kitty.
Deadly assist.
Alright, let's just go ahead and save that. And we'll continue. Onward!
And upward. Through the years.
Oh my gosh!
Whoa, a couple of weeks. It was a hell of a time. We're back at school, right?
Half
I
a month
believe
after
so,
the
yeah.
incident at Corellia Fortress, a sense of lingering unease still hung over the Empire.
Yep.
The government increased patrols by the Railway Military Police as part of their counter-terrorism measures, while the Noble faction bolstered their provincial armies. There were even rumors that they'd hired several Jaeger Corps.
Which they were true, but nobody really knew.
Yeah.
At the center of everything was the Imperial Liberation Front. They had allied with a terrorist group from the Republic of Calvert to attack the trade conference in Crossbell.
Oh, did they now?
And
Now
as
that I
we'd
think
seen
of it-
firsthand, had attacked Corellia Fortress in an attempt to fire the 2 railway guns stationed there. They'd made it abundantly clear that they were no mere insurgents. These were dangerous people we were dealing with.
They can use swords. And a gun. They have a gun.
They have guns.
And
Hello.
following their attempts to target Chancellor Osborne and the Reformist faction, rumors started to spread of a possible connection between the Imperial Liberation Front and the Noble faction itself.
Ah, well, too fancy.
Oh, I have no idea where they're getting their technology. Who could have funded them?
I'm the horsey
Feverville.
fish legion, and I'm the Pegasus one.
I'm the horsey fish, yes.
Meanwhile, new information was filtering in from Crossbell that surprised us all.
They're becoming independent.
During the conference, one of the representatives of Crossbell's state government made the daring declaration that Crossbell would soon declare its independence, breaking free from its neighbors Calvert and Erebonia.
Crossbow's a strong, independent woman. He don't need no empires.
Empirical men
To no
telling
one's
them what
surprise,
to do.
both the Imperial government and the Noble faction dismissed it as nothing more than delusional raving.
You sucker, you crazy.
But one thing was clear. That
He is
declaration
far
only
too
served to
unroyal to be
increase the
serious.
tension in Erebonia and across the continent.
Yes. Hey, look. It's
Kitty.
here. There's a kitty cat with a bow on her tail.
Meow.
Think she
Meow.
scratches? Cars.
A cool, clear autumn day.
Oh, yeah.
The Academy's prestigious board of directors gathered for their first meeting of the year.
Hey.
And all the way in autumn? Like, that's pretty late in the year, isn't it?
Fiscal year. This is when it starts.
Yeah, whatever. Hey, girl.
Hey.
Hey.
Yes.
Conference room? Yes, we know it's a conference
It is
room.
a conference room. All right, we're just.
We know
Conference room. It's the conference room.
Oh. Howdy.
And that concludes my biannual report.
I'm pretty close.
Good, good. It seems the Academy is running like a well-oiled machine. No administrative issues to speak of. Student performance is sitting comfortably above the national average on exams and on general aptitude tests.
The second-year students seem to be having a banner year as well. The Student Council
Real
president,
banger.
in particular, has built up an outstanding array of extracurricular achievements.
Well, she attended last month's trade conference, and from what I hear, she put the professional secretaries to shame.
Toa.
I only wish the
She's a
conference
badass.
could have ended
Yeah.
on a more positive note.
I'll say, the share prices of my company have been on a real roller coaster ride ever since.
Undoubtedly, what happened at the trade conference has wreaked havoc on the economy as a whole.
Everyone's going
But
crazy.
moving on.
Bitch.
I couldn't help but notice in the recent exam reports that Class 1 and 2's academic performance seems to be slipping. Perhaps the preferential treatment given to the upper class students is hindering their scholastic development?
Making them stupid.
Oh, them bitches be soft.
Well, students belonging to the nobility are allowed to return home during August to learn more about their family's lands. It's a tradition here, but one I can't help but wonder if we've outgrown the need for in this modern age.
If I may, traditions accumulate and hold meaning only so long as they're preserved. Our nation's culture, its arts, its social classes, all are rich with tradition that makes Erebonia what it is. And I believe we have a duty to protect and uphold them. After all, does not this very institution champion the ideals of its founder, Emperor Dreigels?
Indeed it does. Though I've always understood Dreigels' intent to be the founding of an academy for the people. Even 200 years ago, when education was seen as the province of the nobility, male commoners were permitted to enroll. Today, we have plenty of young women attending, and the commoners easily outnumber the nobles on campus.
Yeah, we can totally beat them up. No, nothing.
Perhaps it's time we started taking strides to realize Emperor Dreigels' true ideal.
You seem to be laboring under a few misconceptions here. Commoners were permitted to attend, but only as retainers. Retainers served knights, who served lords, who served the emperor. That's the way the Erebonian society functioned. From that vantage, the structure of the academy in its earlier days certainly seems to have embodied that social order. And if that's so, what is there to suggest that it's not the social order itself that has become the aberration?
Well,
Damn.
For one, if that were the case, it would be far easier for me to see my views put into practice. But I can hardly get a word in edgewise between you two.
Always sassing back and forth.
Yeah.
I don't get to sass you.
Well, I'd certainly enjoy a return to the way things were in Dreigels' time, at least in that particular respect.
Our apologies, Your Highness.
well, our role here is to consider your views and work toward implementing them.
See what I mean? Would you be so kind as to help me out here, Principal?
No. I mean, quack. I mean, no.
I'm here to moderate this board. It wouldn't do for me to express my position on the issues at hand. That said, I'm sure your passion for reform will triumph in the end, Your Highness.
I suppose I should have known better than to look to my old teacher for sympathy.
You're right, motherfucker.
Gotta be tough.
It warms my heart to see such a fine teacher-student relationship.
Now, if I may, I'd like to steer this discussion toward a rather timely topic. We've already touched on the issues regarding the Orbal Net and the Orbal Staves, but
Staves.
Whatever.
I'd like to stress again that the adoption of new security measures for the OrbitalNet should be a top priority.
Well, I'm certainly inclined to agree. But we'll have to rely on the Foundation directly, as things are looking a little shaky with the IBC.
International Booty Corner. Oh, Booty Call. Even better. International Booty Call.
You can leave that to me. The other matter I'd like to review is the use of the Orbital Staves and the Arcus units. Or more specifically, we need to talk about how Class 7 should operate from here on out.
I like the sound of that, lady.
Setting aside the fact that my daughter is a member of Class 7, I think we need to reconsider how the class should be run, in light of what happened at Corellia Fortress.
Yeah, we kicked butt.
You guys are just secretly peddling these kids around to fight in a war.
While it certainly proved an excellent chance to see what the Arcus units are capable of, I have serious doubts about whether we should carry on with these field studies, given the current political climate.
It would be difficult to do so, I admit. With the terrorists at large and the problems in Crossbell unresolved, these are uncertain times.
At the very least, I believe it may be in the class's best interest to cancel this month's field study. We could always resume them once the terrorists have been arrested and the situation in Crossbell calms down.
I don't...
Arise, O youth, and become the foundation of the world.
Oh boy. If you bust out that ukulele,
I'm sure you all recognize the words of Emperor Drykos. They become something of a school motto here. It's my belief that Class 7's actions at Corellia Fortress perfectly embody the spirit of that directive. They stood together to stop a tragedy in the making and, in a sense, protected the foundation of our world. No one ordered them to do it. They took action of their own free will, because they knew in their hearts what was right.
Damn right.
Some might call it recklessness. Some may think it rash. Some may even venture to call it hubris. However, as chairman of this academy, I'm incredibly proud of what the brave young men and women of Class 7 achieved.
Your Highness.
Near suicidal combat.
Troubled times may lay in store for Erebonia, and for the entire continent in the months and years to come. But I believe that makes something like Class 7's field studies all the more significant. The experiences they're having now will help them find the strength and the means to press on through adversity. I can't be the only one who feels this way, can I?
They do seem to be showing remarkable growth. That much is true.
They're growing up like so fast.
Oh my goodness.
Although I have no idea how much my daughter is really capable of. Immature as she is.
Oh, damn it!
I could say the same of my hothead of a son.
Yeah, damn it!
I do wonder.
I'll show him I'm not hot-headed.
However, it does seem that enrolling at this academy has helped him start breaking out of his shell.
Yes.
You're damn right. Lucas for everyone.
What? No.
Coming next month.
Too late.
We hadn't even planned a field study.
No, he's giving everybody bazookas.
So the issue at hand is just whether to hold a field study at the end of this month or not. I'd like to ask those in favor of going ahead with this month's field study to please raise their hands.
Yo, does my vote count? The votes don't count.
Special homeroom.
Six
All right.
spirit.
I'd like to begin by taking everyone's ideas for our class's part in the school festival.
Oh.
Drinking.
No.
Oh, that's you guys. Me. That's me, guys. That's me. Yeah, you guys don't do
The
that.
festival will run for 2 days next month, the 23rd and the 24th. Equipment setup and the other preparatory work will begin in the afternoon 2 days before the start of the festival. But there's a lot of preparation needed before we get to that point, and the sooner we get that underway, the better.
That's all the more reason to figure out what exactly we want to do.
I say we build a float with flowers.
Some of our options include displays, events, stage shows, and cafes. Does that sound right, Crow?
Yeah, though no class I know would settle for just some simple display.
Bitch.
I mean, come on. No one ever said, boy, we better rush to get in the line for that display.
Well, either way, I'd like to start by soliciting some ideas from all of you.
Fine, we won't use flowers.
We're just brainstorming right now, so feel free to say whatever comes to mind.
I got Jack Squat.
I don't know either. I'm supposed to be thinking?
Would it kill you all to give just a teensy bit of cooperation?
I'm cooperating, my brain's not.
It's the story of my life.
I know. It's just...
It's kind of hard to focus right now.
Oh yeah, with the whole impending doom of terrorists and death.
No, somebody farted.
It wasn't me, I swear.
You're one to talk, standing up there with your nervous fidgeting.
Well, I can't say I'm surprised.
He is kind of a spaz.
The board of directors is in session as we speak, deciding what'll happen to our class.
And those of us with family members who sit on that board probably have even more cause for concern.
Ha!
Willow looking at you.
You can say that again.
My mom's a
I
bitch.
can't even be sure whether there'll be a field study this month.
That's about the long and short of it. With everything that happened during last month's field study, it honestly wouldn't surprise me if they just canceled it.
I can't say I have any particular feelings of attachment to our field studies.
This is our field study now.
But I refuse to accept needless changes to our curriculum.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm fucking shit up.
Especially with my brother involved in the decision-making process.
Who the hell knows?
Yeah, I can see what you mean.
Makes sense to me.
We also have to account for the fact that going on our field study means that much less time to prepare for the festival.
Oh yeah.
So as you can see, it presents a bit of a problem.
Man,
We're doing this.
look at you guys taking this all seriously.
No, I'm not.
I probably should have asked a little earlier, but
Can I use the bathroom?
Can I take my robot out?
what's this festival you guys keep talking about?
Wait, seriously?
It's on the board, damn it. I'm not reading.
I'm sorry. I should have gone over that for your benefit.
Every year, the students here organize and put on a school-wide festival. There are stage events, food stalls, and all kinds of things to see and do. And it generally falls to each of the first-year classes to provide the main attractions.
Yeah, participating is optional for the second years, since by this point they're usually focusing on their future careers. Oh, and each of the clubs generally get involved too.
Huh, that sounds fun. In that case, we have to do something. We can't just
Seriously.
let the other classes roll over us because we're small.
Well, you're the small one here.
No, I'm not. Lammy comes out like
You
smashes
say
the
that, but
Like, that's the third one this week. Well, I'm not punching butts, so I gotta punch something.
Third time's a charm.
I've already had one of the girls from Class 1 bluster up to me declaring that this time victory will be all ours.
Oh, yeah, that
She's just jealous of my hair.
and my bunny ears.
What?
It must have been Ferris. That sounds exactly like something she'd say.
Well, Class 1 does seem to have had it in for us ever since the midterm results were announced.
And that we kicked their butts.
Yeah, that and kicking their ass.
They seem to hold a grudge about that. I mean, it's good times.
Yeah.
If it's all the same, I'd rather not see the House of High Arms claim yet another nominal victory. But we need to account for the fact that our class is markedly smaller than theirs is.
You drop fireballs on their thing that they're doing.
I don't know if that's legal.
I'm showing off my Arcus. This is my display.
Oops, sorry, you're on fire now.
That's certainly true.
It'd help if we at least knew what the other classes are doing.
Meow meow spy.
Kind of seems like everyone's having trouble staying focused.
I should have
Come
farted
on,
again.
everyone, get it together.
What?
Instructor Sarah?
You got an idea?
Holding it together like a boot belt?
Self-study period?
Oh, it was. But I thought you all might like to know that the board of directors meeting just adjourned a few minutes ago. So I decided to skip along down here and be the first to break the news.
You're all going home. Get the hell out.
I'm fired.
What about our next field study?
Apparently, taking a bunch of kids to fight terrorists is not legal. Or advisable.
Oh no, I'll go ask my friends in the bottles.
Chancellor's not the only one with a little too much iron in his blood, because the board voted unanimously to have you continue your field studies.
Hmm.
You mean it?
Hooray! Arrows at the butts!
So that's how it is.
That is how it is.
You know, even though they're always hard work, I actually feel a little relieved.
Considering all that happened last month, we'll need to be especially careful this time around.
Bound to be terrorists.
Still, it feels like our field studies are a big part of who we are as a class.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're kind of a pain, but
that cool.
oh well.
We should be grateful to His Highness and the directors.
That's good news.
More punch
Seeing
to
the
punch.
hard road and the easy road, then picking the hard one anyway. That's youth for you.
It also sounded like His Highness and the directors will be taking off in pretty short order. So I'll let you guys out of study hall early to go see them if you want.
Oh.
Shit.
I would have talked my mom.
Can we just
If you say so.
plan the ding-donger thinger?
I think I'll take you up on that.
What's up, bro?
Yeah, he wants you to see his brother.
Speed
Speed
up.
up.
Spend the night.
Whoop.
I'm so angry about opening this door for you.
Yo, mama! Dad!
Dad! Jeez, what was that? Poor Marcus.
Yeah,
Taking all the
we
shit.
always make fun of him.
Huggy Wuggies?
Yes, no. I haven't had a chance to talk to you since the summer festival. It sounds like you are quite the heroes at Corellia Fortress.
Alright, come on, don't tease me. Huggy Wuggy? I'll be the first to admit that we acted rashly. But in the end, I had no regrets.
Glad to hear it.
It's good to see you again.
Likewise. I may feel so far behind us now. You have questions, no? It's written all over your face.
I was going to forget them. I do. You were in Legram, weren't you? To meet Duke what's his nuts?
Cadence.
That's it.
Correct. I was hoping to have time to greet you and your classmates too, but I imagine you would rather not. Rather he not take too close an interest in you.
You imagine right. Still, I'm concerned. That guy was prissy as fuck. Where's the house of Alberea playing at? And not just us. What are the 4 great houses and the rest of these noble fuck faces trying to accomplish?
Haha. You ask like there's a simple answer. The 4 great houses aren't as united in opinion as you may think. Even with individual families, there can be disagreements. You know that I differ with Father on several issues.
Like locking you in a house.
Yeah, that was kind of messed up, what the hell. But rather than worrying about others' positions, I suggest giving some thought about your own as a member of the family.
G-Lips.
I'm surprised you actually managed to make it all here. I was expecting a business negotiation to crop up just in the nick of time, like it always does. It's something you make.
Time is something you make.
Time is something you make. I know what I was reading. Not something you find. All the more so if you're in a position of responsibility. Bah! Bah!
Mr. Peepers.
Oh, gosh. Lady Lisa is quite the multitasker herself.
Huh? Somebody knock?
Lady Lisa is quite the multitasker herself. You should see her.
Ears.
She has no trouble balancing her time between her studies, training, club activities, and hobbies.
How?
Of course she doesn't. I'd be disappointed if she wasn't able to manage at least that much.
Oh,
you need you need to start using your time more creatively, Alyssa, instead of simply doing what's required of you.
Itch.
I saw the railway guns at Corellia, you know. I saw what those artisans are capable of. I can understand why
grandfather regrets ever making them. Do you honestly feel things like that are necessary? Or are you really okay with that? There's precautions, motherfucker. They almost killed everybody. Not killed everybody.
I think the fact that you've seen enough to ask me that now means that deep down you have realized that they're both necessities of this era we live in.
Era,
whatever.
Well... damn it!
The opinions of others are only that. Stop relying on them so much. Observe for yourself and draw your own conclusions.
No, but I don't want to think.
That's what someone who was truly independent would do anyway. Are you a strong, independent woman like me? Do you need a man?
Maybe.
Still, I wasn't expecting to find myself indebted to you again so soon.
Eku.
Without your intervention,
play you a
Chancellor and I
song?
would have
No.
never made the crossbow.
Yeah.
Don't mention it.
We're just relieved you're all okay, Your Highness.
Indeed. I'm glad you were able to focus on making a positive contribution at the conference.
I wish I could tell you that's exactly what I did.
I fumbled it and then things exploded and everybody
chime
forgot.
in once the Chancellor and the Republic's president got going. Though the mayor of Crossbell managed to dumbfound even them.
I presume you're referring to his proposal for Crossbell's independence?
Hard to believe it could actually happen.
Well, as long as both Erebonia and Calvard refuse to accept it, the likelihood of it actually happening is incredibly low. Still, they're planning to hold a referendum on the issue to see if the population is in favor of it. So there'll be plenty more chances for disputes to break out over the issue.
Hooray! Yeah.
Though neither of them want to lose all that sweet tax revenue from Crossbell. Half of it flows into the provinces too, so like, fat chance the noble faction's gonna take that line down.
Milliam.
You're doing it
Swear,
again.
This kid has all the delicacy of a rock to the face.
You mean a punch?
So you're Milliam, are you? Your name seems to have come up with increasing frequency lately.
A lot of reports of people with broken ass.
I was hoping
Surprise!
for a chance to see the
What?
famous Eric Gettleman in action, though.
Oh, sure thing. Come on, Lamp!
No.
Whoa there. Cool your jets.
I'm not sure this is the best place to call out Eric Gettleman. Just a hunch.
Lame.
Is that what the
Objection
winds told
overruled.
you?
That could have gotten messy.
And painful.
Honestly, it would save us all a lot of trouble if you could just refrain from saying whatever pops into your mind, too.
Lame.
Oh,
No wonder why
who
he's
might you
angry.
be?
Say, are you from the Vander family? The one who serves as the prince's bodyguard?
No.
Oh, did Neidhart mention me?
Oh, yeah. I wear his uniform like this, kind of.
Muller Vander.
Asia Muller.
I'm Mueller Vander,
Mueller.
the 7th Armored Division.
Damn.
I was with the prince at the conference in Crossbell, so I'm in your debt as well. Glad to be able to thank you personally.
No wonder why you
The
don't wear
honor
a
is
helmet.
ours, sir.
Hmm?
He's not just a side character.
Oh, right.
Or
It's an honor to meet a
Unknown
member of
character.
the esteemed Vander family.
Ah, so you're the Radiant Blade Master's daughter. And you must be a practitioner of the 8 Leaves, 1 Blade style.
I swarty myself, you know.
I'm always happy to meet fellow students of the sword. Oh, and you must be the young man from Nord who my uncle wrote a reference for.
Oh, that's his uncle.
Holy sh...
Yes, that would be me. I owe a lot to Lieutenant General Vander.
It sounds like he's in your debt as well, with everything that happened in Nord a few months ago.
Man, you
Well,
guys got some sweet,
you all
sweet
seem
loans
like
coming
dependable
in.
young men and women.
Yeah, you guys all owe us.
Big time bitch.
Perhaps the prince's idea had some merit to it after all.
What?
See? What did I tell you?
What you talking about?
And it's not just Class 7 either. The whole academy seems so full of life. Perhaps I should take this opportunity to break down social barriers by getting to know all of them in the academy's pool.
What I see.
If you really want to work up a sweat, I'd be glad to let you run back to Heimdall. If you kept up a good sprint, I'll bet you could even make it in a couple hours.
You'd actually make me do it, too. cruelty. My name is Mueller.
I never get to play my
It's like
songs.
their hearts practically beat in sync.
That's certainly one way to look at it. I wonder how long they've known each other.
Long time.
I've enjoyed. Stop telling me the truth. Dunk. Ow.
Yes, that was funny. You totally missed it, Uses. Your back was turned.
Well then, I bid you all a fond farewell. I hope we have the chance to meet again soon.
Farewell.
Okay.
All right. Can we save it now?
In
I
a
need to
second.
go.
Yeah, in a second. 3 days had passed since the board of directors handed down their decision.
But what are we gonna do for the festival?
With the assurance that the field we'll figure it out. When the assurance that the field studies would continue, we finally turned our attention to the next month's festival.
We're gonna wing
However,
it.
losing those couple of days at the end of the month meant we had much less time to prepare. And no matter how much we brainstormed, we couldn't think of anything really compelling ideas our small class could pull off. Eventually.
You're fired. Jeez. I can't believe that we burned through another week already. The booze is nice. But hey, at least it's the perfect weather for drinking for a weekend out in the town. I hope you all enjoy your free day tomorrow. Especially since you finally get to fucking save your file. Since you've got another practical exam coming up next Wednesday.
Oh, good.
Gonna spank you with the dildo.
Sorry. Sorry.
You're damn right.
You couldn't just send us off with a have a good weekend, could you?
Haha.
Downrange briefing's always fun. Go mop forward.
It just wouldn't be the instructor, Sarah. So, Sarah, if she did throw a little dash of torment.
And then we have this month's field study coming up in the week the week after that. I don't know if I can beat up that much. Yep, I can beat your ass. We might have made a few changes on the original itinerary, but nothing major. Majors.
Yeah.
I'll tell you all about it when you're headed after the practical exam. So until then, don't get your tanks hacked.
Yeah. You don't need to make it some sort of dramatic revelation.
Sure always does, though.
Oh, I can't wait to find out where we're gonna go this time.
Oh, by the way, you guys really need to figure out what the fuck you're doing for this month's festival next month with the things going on. First years have to participate. So if you can't think of anything, you just make a delivery service and keep delivering things to me, so I don't have to walk out of my room to go get this stuff to eat.
What? Oh, sorry, that's you.
What?
That certainly wouldn't be my first choice, or even my fifth.
Yeah, anyways, that wraps up homeroom. If you'll do the honors, Miss Class President. Oops.
Yes, instructor.
Bless.
Stand. Bow.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Ow! Wow. God, my forehead. Well, I'm sure she was just joking about my first ever process discipline. I hope we kill lots of things. Either way, we need to figure out what we're doing at the start of the week.
It sounds wise, especially considering we have our practical exam on Wednesday and our study next weekend.
If that's how things stand, we should make it our goal to at least have some solid ideas by the end of tomorrow.
We also need to check out what the other classes are planning. If we ended up doing something that was already being done, it would seem totally redundant.
Yeah, we should split up and start gathering some info. But remember, we need to find something that'll work with the number of people we've got.
Yeah. All the other classes have more than double the manpower we do. Easily. And they seem to have some pretty gratuitous aspirations at that. Rump. Sorry. If greatness were reliant on numbers, museums would be full of artwork produced by committee. Which, honestly, in the end, those would suck. There must be some course of action that can turn our lesser numbers to our advantage. Yeah. The question is what, fucker?
If we had an easier answer, we wouldn't be spending all this time worrying over it.
Yep.
I'm getting kind of pumped up.
Well, a little inter-class competition never hurt anyone. In fact, it might spice things up a bit. Hey, I got the summer uniform. Okay, we can finally end the episode. Alright, everybody, we'll see you next time.
Alright, later.
Bye.